Hello, today we will check the different types of Angular to handle values like decimals, percentage, dates, and currencies. So let's begin by creating a new project. ng ngn, and the project name will be Angular pipes. Would you like to add Angular routing? Yes. CSS, installing package. While this is being installed, I will show you the roadmap of this tiny video. So first, we will discover the Angular decimal pipe, percent pipe, and currency pipe from concretepage.com tutorial. And here they explain the different way how to use these pipes. So we will use each of them, and we'll see the rendering on the Angular web page with different components. So it should look like this. Okay. Then we will check the Angular date pipe. So same thing. We have an example from concretepage.com, and we will use this example to experiment the Angular date pipe. And we should have something like this. Okay, let's check the visual code. So it's successfully installed. Now I need to create a new component. I will use all that in the app in the main component. The main component, which is app component.ts. Okay. So let's proceed. First, we will define what is a pipe. So we'll ask ChatGPT, bing.com. Let's ask ChatGPT, bing.com, how to define a pipe. Chat. What is a Angular pipe? Searching for Angular pipe. Let's see the exact definition of ChatGPT. A pipe in Angular is a class that implements the pipe transform interface and provides a transform method that takes an input value and returns a transform output. Pipes can be used in template binding to apply formatting, filtering, sorting, or other transformation to data. For example, you can use the data pipe to format a data object into a human readable string. There are two types of pipes in Angular, pure and impure. Pure pipes are only invoked then when the input argument change, while impure pipes are invoked on every change detection cycle, even if the arguments are not changed. Pure pipes are more performant, but impure pipes can handle dynamic data or internal state. Okay, so this is above all for templating use. So let's start. So we have here app component, module, and there is a component here, which is the name currency app. Okay. We will start by the decimal pipe. Up, to create a component, I will use the command line ngc the first is decimal. So we have tiny component which is decimal. Let's open the controller, and in the controller we'll put this. two number, and in the template we will put from concrete page.com. Save. Now I will use a component in the main application template. Save. Serve and serve. Let's start the application with the command line ngserve. The localhost at the port 42,000. And here we have the decimal pipe. I will zoom in and we'll do some change. So according to the format of the pipe, we have a number expression. For example, you see it is num1. Then we have some parameter for the pipe, number, digit, info, number before the comma, and then the number for the decimal after the comma. So we see that for the second example, we have three integer digits and 2 to 5 decimal digits. And in the rendering, that's what we have. We have 12.638447. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for the third example, we have three integer digits and 2 to 5 decimal digits. And we have only 50, I guess, because number 2 is of value only 0.5. Okay. If the value hasn't more digits than expected, it truncate at the minimum. For example, we add 0.5, so we put 3 0, and as here we put 2, we will have 5 completed with 0. Okay, I will change. For example, here I will put 1, and we should see here 0.5, and we will put here 1. It will be the simplest expression. Save, and here you see we have only 0.5. And I can do the same here. For example, I can put 1 and here 3, save, and it truncates the expression. And same, we have additional useless 0. You can remove it by reducing the integer digits part. Okay, that was for the decimal pipes. The percent pipe, okay. So percent and GC percent, it will create a component for percent. So here it is. Let's check the controller. So I go to the example. I take this, I put two examples, 2.5 and 0.5 for value in the controller, and in the template I put some one with no digit info, say no parameters, and the other with the parameters. Okay, let's save it. I will add it to the component, to the app component. App percent. I think you well understood the principle of pipes. It's pretty straightforward. So no, ngserve, let's start the server. We have the decimal pipe, and now we will have the percent pipe expression result. So refresh, and here it is. We will play a bit with this one. So I remove the decimal pipe, and the expression is in the template. For example, the first is with a 2-digit, it's the full expression, donc 250%. And the second is with a decimal. I will put a 0. So we'll have the same expression that above. Okay, 250. Then the next one, I will put 4 to 5 decimal digits. We'll have a 40 just here. Okay, okay. So, concerning the spec of the way to use the percent pipe, it is quite the same. We have a number expression, the expression percent, just here, and there on the parameters, which is the digit info. And in the digit info, it defines a percentage format. So this is the part with the figure to define the integer and decimal digit part. Okay, let's start with the last pipe for the digits. So it is a currency pipe to display amount in a web page. So I will create a new component. Currency. I go to the example. I close this one. I close this one. Currency component. I took two values in the controller, and then I take some HTML tags for the template. Copy and currency component. Copy paste. Save. Add in the as the new tag in the add component. Save, and let's start a new again the server. ng server. Let's check the result. So now we have a currency pipe, INR dollar. So currency, and if I put euro, okay, it works. So we can change the symbol. You put true false to say if it is display or no. If I put false at the last expression, which is here, normally the euro symbol will be changed by the letters expression. And I prefer with the symbol, it's a bit more clear. Save. Okay. And like the two other pipes, you have a decimal and a digit and integer part. So here, if I put 3, we have the addition 0. And here, if I put 3, 2 to 3, it should be truncated as the third decimal digit. Okay, so it's pretty the same behavior as the two other pipe. And now we'll check the pipe, the date pipe. So let's close the currency pipe. Let's create a new component for the date pipe. Okay, it's created. Let's go to the date pipe. So for the expression, the no expression here, it's a bit different. That component, see, there is a free expression. Okay. Last. Update, okay, save. On the template, I put copy paste, save, and then in the app module, I just have to add the dot pipe. The broker line app -date, save, ngserve. Okay, so let's check the dot pipe. So here we are. We have date with some format. So let's check the way of configuring the pipe. So you have a date expression, and then you put the pipe symbol, date, and the format. And I will not detail all the different format existing, but if you want to really custom your format, there is the classic letters to create your own format if you want to do something different. Let's check, for example, it is the last expression. You see here we have GMT plus 1. If I put months with only 2M, it should put it on a digit. You see 11 rather than the month in letter. If I put with 4M, it should be with the full month, November, in letter. And then you can remove also the time. If you want only the date, you remove all that. Save. You have this way the date. You can put different symbol, for example, some dash. Okay, and you can put even the classic format like this. Okay, that's all for the pipes in Angular. You should know that in some coding games to recruitment job interview, you could be asked to do some exercise which require to know how to use the different Angular pipes. I wish you a good day and see you in the next video. Bye.